Hey, 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 and welcome to Financial Confidence on WYTV7 Christian Broadcasters Network. I'm your host, Lynn Demmons. That's Demmons, no demons here, y'all. Demmons. We thank you so much for tuning in for this episode of Financial Confidence, where we are helping you to make your money, keep your money, and grow your money so you can do those things that you're called to do. We're helping you to manifest those millions so you don't have to say, I'm just fine, right? Fine means I'm freaked out, I'm in debt, not making enough money, and I'm emotionally stressed out. So how do we get out of that situation? That's what we're here to talk about at Financial Confidence.
Need a way out? Lynn Demmons is here to help. She's your personal financial rebound coach. Being a wife, mother, and educator, she understands the importance of controlling your finances and building generational wealth. She is here to help you find money you didn't know you had and live life on your terms. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it is true, and it's definitely a good thing. Lynn Demmons of Demmons Enterprise offers one-on-one coaching, group coaching, and radio podcast entitled Financial Confidence God's Way on WYTV7 Christian Broadcasters Network. Lynn Demmons.
That's what we're here to talk about at Financial Confidence. But our guiding principle for this show is Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Yes, we also implore that you pray over your finances so you can do those things that you're called to do. So if you will, commit this simple prayer to memory. Bow with me. Lord, help us to value the things in this world that are really valuable. That's our relationship with you, our lives, and our families. Help make us responsible stewards of your financial resources, and let us trust your holy word. In the eternal glory in our son Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, guys, I need you to go get your pen and your paper because we have a special guest in the studio with us today. She's going to help you to manifest your millions. She's known as the butt in the seat queen. She's a speaker. She's an author. She's an entrepreneur. Guys, she does it all. Miss Kearn Crockett Cherry. Miss Cherry, welcome to the show.
Oh, well, thank you, Lynn, for inviting me. I am so thrilled to be here.
So we are definitely excited about having you. I want you to tell us, why do they call you? Why have you been dubbed the butts in the seat queen?
Well, that's because I've spent the latter part of my life career in creating events. One of the reasons why is I actually do create quite a few events. One is Success Women's Conference, where we had over 17,000 people virtually last year. And so we normally have about 1,100 to 1,500 in person. And so to go virtually to 17,000 plus, that in itself should explain it. But that being said, I am the person who promotes secure speakers, and I promote a lot of promotion online, not just with my events and things like that, but I also help other people when I'm promoting as well. I have often said I don't mind being an ambassador or something to help somebody get their stuff out. When I'm speaking, I'm always promoting when I'm speaking, or if I'm on a podcast or whatever, I'm going to do what I can to promote so that other people hear about it too. So it's all about getting people to tune in.
Awesome. I love it. So I met you through the Success Women's Conference, I believe back in 2018. That might have, I'm not sure if that was the first year or the second year, but guys, this isn't, like I said, get your pen and your paper if you don't have it. I'm a huge believer that we have to write things down, not only to remember them, But when we write things down, it activates something for us. We're more likely to do it. We're more likely to increase that probability of success. So we're talking with one of those creators of the Success Women's Conference, y'all. So you need to make sure that you are ready. Write your vision, make it plain. That's what we always say here. So let's move on, Miss Crockett. So help us out. Let us know a little bit about little Miss Kearn. What was your first job?
So my first real job was throwing newspapers. I used to actually, my mom actually had a paper route on. People don't probably remember all that now, since the times have changed and we don't even get papers in person anymore. But as a kid, I used to throw with my mom. But my brother and I, my brother that's really close to me in age, we decided that we wanted to get a paper route and we wanted to buy a car. So my goal with that was to raise enough money so that I could actually get me a car. It took us a little bit. And I want to say but that was my first real job, throwing papers. As I added from that, I actually started doing summer jobs too. Like I said, times have changed, but back in the days, when you went to, when you would finish out the school year, you would also have summer jobs as well. So I actually threw papers, and then I would have my little summer job in the summer so that we could eventually save up and get that car. So we did a combination, but I always say my first real job that I had, which was year round, was throwing newspapers.
Awesome. And I love the fact that you guys worked together, right, to actually get that car. So who drove the car the most, you or your brother?
You always know guys love driving cars. One of my favorite car was a Volvo. I always enjoyed a Volvo, the cut and the style of it and stuff. But it was, it was second, third hand. I don't know how old that car was, but we did a lot of fixing on it. But we fixed that little car so we could get it to the schoolhouse.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I appreciate you sharing that moment with us. So share a little bit more with us. How did you get from this newspaper route to now being the Success Women's Conference, one of the creators there? Take us on that journey a little bit. How did you get from there to here?
So Success Women's Conference started out of a need for, there was a conversation that had happened in our area for years. Women often talked about, man, it would be really great if we could have a women's conference. And a lot of people, when they think of conferences and events, they think of, chamber stuff, meetups, women organizations, things like that. But when you've seen all that in your area and people are still hungry, and you hear people talk about it over and over and over. And at that time, I had already been doing different events based off just being involved in the community. And then, of course, running my caregiver conference, which I had run for many years as well. We already were averaging over 600 people at the Resource Information and Planning conference. So I was sitting with my partner and we were talking about some branding things. And once again, because she was working with me on my branding items, once again, it came up again, everybody just, we need a women's conference. We need this and that. And so we were sitting and we were talking, and finally we looked at each other and she was like, well, maybe we should do one. And I'm like, I'm always that, feet first, let's get it done. We can figure it out later. So that being said, I was like, okay, let's just do it. And we did. And we had over 540 people. at our first conference, which also had an award ceremony in it. I was at the time the head of Lighthouse Business and Professional Women's organization. I was the president. So for me, it was a twofold thing that I was trying to do anyway. And so now from that, we then went into each year bringing different things, bringing in speakers, because we're in Biloxi, Mississippi, which is an hour away from New Orleans. And, I call it a small little casino town, but a lot of people haven't even been to Mississippi, right? And so we started off with that. And then the year that we brought in Dr. Cheryl Wood was 2017, and women were walking around talking about, I think I can fly. I think I can do all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, really? That is just Cheryl, right? That's Cheryl. So for me, I had been following Cheryl for a while, and I had made it a mission that we were going to have her as the keynote for Success Women's Conference. And so for me, I was like, okay, she is fabulous, but y'all should have been doing most of these things that you're talking about. You've been sitting on an idea for 10 years. Why? And now, but many people started their businesses out of that conference and added to their business. And then came Lisa Nichols and Robin Roberts, the year 2018. And that's when it just exploded. We sold out of tickets. We had estimated probably 700 people at that conference. We actually sold out of the lunch tickets at 900 before we even did the head count. And so we were actually over 1,100 that year. And so that's when we knew, okay, yeah, we got to do something different here. This is massive for us. And it was just two of us as the co-founders at the time. And then we brought Tiffany in later as well. But it was definitely a powerful experience. And, people often talk about you can feel God in the building. In 2017, when Cheryl came, we didn't even know that many people were Christians in there. There were people I've known for a while, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know she was an active, Christian, And so you learn there were people that were truly hungry. They just really wanted something, and we took the leap to bring it to them. So, and then in 2019, we brought in over 120 something speakers. 25 states flew in to little old Biloxi, Mississippi, and we were, I would say, not quite 1,500, and I could be wrong, but we had over between 1,100 and 1,500 people at the largest facility on the coast. So it was really good, really, really powerful. It has been a thrill and a blessing to be able to inspire, empower, help people connect to people they would never have met, and to help women, especially right now, recharge their life and their career. So it's been an amazing journey with success.
Yes, definitely. I would have to say, yes, I concur to those remarks. So, Kearn, one of the things that I wanted to ask you is share for us, for those women who are sitting on the bench, right? Because there are women out there who want to do these things. They want to maybe not be the butts in the seats queen, but they do want to get their message out there. They do want to, be able to have these events, but something's holding them back. What would you say were the top 2 or 3 things that, contributed to your success? And what would you say to those women who are sitting on the line, right? They're at the starting line, but they just haven't quite made that step.
So some of the things for me is that part of it is a mindset thing, right? So you have to
Right.
change your mindset. You have to stop thinking that you have to have something just right. It has to be a certain way for it to flow for you. You know, as I said before, my mindset had been to just do it, you know, go on in, just make it happen and flip. And I'm just that kind of person. I can work. You know, people don't realize Woman on Fire, we turned that around in less than a month. That was the one in January. And so that being said, I have become a real advocate of you need to make a plan, right? So if you want to know what to do every year, when you're sitting down, if you hadn't done that already this year, I highly suggest that you do this. Take some time, get a quiet space, you know, and sit down and start making your plan. You can do this at any point of the year, but typically most people do it anywhere from September to December. And so you start writing down some of your things that you have in your mind, in your spirit, that you feel that you are called to do. You have dreams, right? So put them on the paper. You know, they say closed mouths can't get fed. You know, if you sit on something and you just keep it to yourself, then it will stay just inside of you. So speak it into the existence, write it into existence, set some goals. That's, you know, Woman on Fire was about setting goals. Set you some goals. Literally plan it out. I have 2 of my own personal events this year, Level Up Summit and Power Up Summit. Those are events like conferences, right? With a lot of speakers. And then I have already 2 book anthologies planned out. Keep in mind, y'all, I have my own home care business, right? But my goal is, I know I can do it because I set my goals and I planned it out so I could be able to do that. In addition, I have my own clients. You can't do things anymore without a plan. So make a plan, set some goals, and ladies, I'm talking to you because that's the one thing that we tend to do. We like to do lateral stuff. And that's what causes us frustration. We're doing everything that we've been doing, the same old thing. You know, even when we add something new, there's no, so to speak, spike in what we're doing, right? We do it the same way all the time. You can't do that. You have to make a plan. You have to set goals. And then instead of overanalyzing, take the leap, jump, take action, because that is going to change your trajectory. That's going to change what's in your soul and your spirit. You know, and if you're a Christian tuning in, look, talk to God. But you better be ready. Now, I'm going to tell you,
Okay.
God is about business. You know, you better be ready. Whatever you ask for, you better be ready because he has an answer. And so I say Proverbs 18:16 says that you are born with gifts. You're born with them, right? And so it says, if you make room for your gifts, the world will make room for you. That is basically saying if you walk in your gifts and talents, you're going to make money. God is already telling you that. But so many of us are sitting on that. And you know, he's a loving and he's a caring God. But he can also be an angry God. And when you're sitting on talents and gifts, Matthew, what is it? Matthew 14, I think it's 14. Anyway, it's in Matthew. I talk about the master that had talents. He gave the talents to his people. I think it's 24:14 through 30. And he talks about how he gave his servants talents. That's money, right? But it's a parable, y'all. He gave them talents to go out and turn that into more money. And two of them, the first two, went out and did just that. But that other one set on fear, right? Lord, you gave me this one talent, and I just buried it because I was afraid of the consequences. Well, the consequences for not doing what he asked him to do was definitely much worse than if he would have just took the risk, right? And so
absolutely,
God demands the same thing of us. So I say, walk in your gifts, walk in what you're given, right? It's inside of you.
Yes.
So you are called
Awesome.
to your gifts, is what I say. That's what I have to add to that.
All right. Awesome. I love it, guys. Didn't we tell you we were helping you to manifest your millions? That's the key right there. You have talents embedded within you. Get them out. Use them. Don't put it under the bushel like the one who was disobedient. We don't want to be like Jonah, disobedient, right? In the belly of the whale. We don't want to do that. Do what you're called to do. Use those talents that are within you. I love it. Yes, we're helping you to manifest your millions. I told you right at the beginning of the show. Hopefully you were taking notes. And she also shared with you guys, you have to have the right mindset. So get out of, we hear it all the time, right? The inner me is my greatest enemy, right? And it's that mindset thing that causes the issues and the problems for many of us. So if you want to truly manifest your millions, get out of your head, get out of your own way first, right? She told you to write it down. You need goals, and you have to have that plan, because if you plan to fail, then right? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And either way, you say it. Whatever you do, it's the truth. It's your truth. All right, Ms. Kearn, we appreciate you. You said that you shared about a Power Up Summit, a Level Up Summit, and you shared about 2 books. Tell us a little bit more, because, there are some, guys, I can tell you, I can attest to this. So I've participated in several events, Success Women's Conference, the Women on Fire. I was a part of that too. But I was in the audience on that, and it was still good. It doesn't matter what side you're on. If you're in the audience, if you're speaking, it's good all the way around. So Ms. Kearn, share with us about Power Up and Level Up first. I know I'm giving y'all a lot of good stuff, but you need to write all this down. All right, Ms. Kearn.
Absolutely. And I'm going to say this, God gave me both of these in 2019, right after Success. And he instructed me to get more focused on myself, things that I can do myself, right? So as I said before Success, I was doing events and conferences already. So one of the instruction was to go back and create my own events. So Power Up Summit came out of God telling me, you need to go back to being focused on doing some of your own events. So Level Up is a pre-conference to Power Up. Both of them will be big. Power Up is the bigger of the two, and there will be an award ceremony inside of Power Up as well. So those conferences are coming to you. For me, both are about leveling up and powering up your life, right? You have to, in this time that we're in, so many people have fallen to the wayside. And some people are on the edge, and I hope I'm speaking to you, maybe on the edge of giving up. But this is your opportunity. COVID is masking as something else. You have to see what's happening in front of us. Yes, unfortunately, many of us are dealing with deaths right now. I know some of us might have made it out of 2020 without, but now it's starting to hit closer to home. But that being said, God still requires of us to be prosperous and to be a testimony for other people. He wants that from us. So I look at Level Up and Power Up as an opportunity for you to increase, an opportunity, if you're tuning in, to learn how to increase your life, whether it's your business, whether it's your lifestyle, your health, whatever it is. You will find that at these conferences that I am putting out. And I'm creating stages for speakers. So you don't have to be the top in your game. because, like in Success, we had Les Brown, right? Top of his
Right.
game. We will still have speakers like him at the conference as well. But it's also for you mid-levels, you're aspiring, people that need to get their message out on different platforms. And I say 2021, you'll hear me say it over and over again, it's the year of the speaker. You know why? Because all these top speakers are doing the same thing you're doing, looking for stages to get on to share their message. The playing field has been leveled. And for the ones of you that sit and think, I'm going to wait till things get normal in 2022, you're going to miss the boat. 2021 is your opportunity to get on the stage. I always say, if you can, a couple of times a month, try to get on as many stages. That's why I created Level Up and Power Up. Level Up will be April the 16th through the 18th. Power Up will be early July. And so probably the second week of July, I'll send out a confirmation date on that really soon. You can sign up right now for both conferences at timetolevelup.com. Time to level up. I'm speaking to you.com, right? So if you want to be a speaker and if you want to register for a conference, go to our website at time2tolevelup.com. Now, for my book projects, Make It Happen is on its way right now. We're working on getting everything into production so that we can go to being a #1 bestseller. Right now, my speakers are hitting the stages, podcasts, they're in magazines, all that type of stuff. I call them speakers because they will be as well. But there are authors that are part of the thing. There are over 30 of us that are part of the Make It Happen project. And it's all about what it says. These are people who found a way to make it happen no matter what they're doing in their life. And then trailblazers who lead to, because #1 was already a #1 best-selling author. That anthology will be announced at the end of this month. Well, it will be announced. And you can be a part of that right now by going to KearnCherry.com. KearnCherry.com and sign up, minimal deposit down to be a part of something that's all about visibility. The one thing that I do, Lynn, is I take my anthologies and I create visibility for them. So to Make It Happen, authors will be in the Level Up Summit on a platform, and then the ones on a panel discussion, and the ones in Trailblazers Who Lead To, they will also be in panel discussions on Power Up as well. And some of them will probably be speaking as well. But that being said, it's all about creating opportunity for you to be visible. So KearnCherry.com is where you can go to connect to me with everything if you choose to be a part. And I also, I'm also a person who teaches and coaches on creating your own event. So if you want to have your own event, you want to go out and do that thing, go to KearnCherry.com and set up a call with me, and I'll be glad. I'm always looking for people to work with.
Awesome. I love it, guys. So she's giving you plenty of opportunities where you can make it happen, right? Make it happen with Kearn Cherry, y'all. I am so appreciative of you being here. And like my friend JoJo always says, somebody's waiting to hear your voice, and they will not move until you do. So, guys, it's time for you to make it happen and get out there. Guys, follow Miss Kearn Cherry. Cherry, where can they follow you on social media?
Oh, well, first of all, if you ain't on Clubhouse, shame on you. And you don't have an iPhone, go get one, because it is popping over there, y'all. I don't even want to go, all the people I'm starting to see show up at Clubhouse, LinkedIn. Those are my two top favorite places. I have over 23,000 plus follow me over there. I'm also, of course, all over Facebook with You can find me at Kearn Cherry or Kearn Crockett Cherry on pretty much any platform, along with Power Up Summit, Level Up, and of course, Success Women's Conference as well. So I'm always looking to connect. Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, any of those platforms, you can shoot me a message. So I am there. So I love it. KearnCherry.com, timetolevelup.com. Those are the sites if you're looking to connect with me, speaking, book project, and all that stuff as well.
Awesome. So guys, you heard it here. There are many opportunities for you to connect. Yeah, let's make it happen in 2021. Don't wait for 2022. Let's get it done today. All right, guys, we appreciate you, Miss Kearn, for being here with us on Financial Confidence here on WYTV 7.
Loving it. I enjoy it. And hopefully I'm looking forward to connecting with the rest of you.
Awesome. Guys, make sure you go out and connect. We want to thank you so much for tuning in for Financial Confidence on WYTV 7 Christian Broadcasters Network. I'm your host, Lynn Demons. That's Demons, no demons here, y'all. DEMMONS. Also, I want to share with you guys, we continue to help you make your money, keep your money, and grow your money so you can do the things that you're called to do. That's to leave an inheritance for your, build generational wealth first, yes, and leave an inheritance for your children's children. I'm Lynn Demons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. We thank you so much for tuning in. And if this has been invaluable for you, go over to WYTV7.org, leave a donation so we can continue to carry out our mission as well. That's to educate, empower, and inspire. We thank you so much for tuning in for this episode. We'll see you next week at the same time in the same location. Until then, you guys stay safe.
Swing Into Their Dreams Foundation presents the Golf Tournament of the Year, raising scholarships for aspiring National Golf Club in Milton, Georgia. The inaugural HBCU Swing Into Their Dreams Charity Golf Tournament. Registration and gourmet continental breakfast begins at 8 a.m. and shotgun at 10 a.m. Award reception follows. Come enjoy a day of jazz, mimosa, cigars, cash bar, silent auction, and more. For more information, contact 770-686-7148. Don't miss it.